Hello Sagittarius, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Hot Tea for the Soul. Today I'm doing a hot tea. So this is a relationship tea. What we're looking for is what's going on in the energies, what's the vibes going on around your relationship space, right? So we're going to do a build-up reading of where it came from and where it's going, like where it's at, where it's going to for you and them, and the love energy in the middle. But first I'm going to draw a few cards from a few different decks. I can see what we got going on. What's the build-up? Oh, empowerment. You're being empowered in your relationships. There's an empowered space for you here, Sagittarius. Right, full moon. Maybe you feel like there's some full moon energy that you're being empowered by. Right, oh, fixing my camera. Okay. Alright, that's nice. It's nice, strong, fertile. Oh, and your financial health. Are you being empowered? It may be on a faith level, and you're being empowered on your financial level. Maybe your relationship's actually, inspiring you to take a better space and a better look at those spaces for you. All right. What have we got over here for you, Sagittarius? Oh, that one. Oh, that one. Butterflies everywhere. All right. Acceptance, the cycle of life. Maybe you're accepting you're getting a little older, Sagittarius. This is buckling down a little bit. You're empowered. You're empowered by the faith that you cycles of life. You're empowered, by getting that bit older, knowing that you're a little bit wiser. You can invest in your financial health. But this is nice, strong energies, fertile acceptance in the cycles, being brave, looking at your inner wild places, right? Really expressing your inner wild places, really owning yourself, Sagittarius, owning your horsing around. All right, we've made steps. You're empowered and your financial health and acceptance in there. Be brave, Sagittarius. Be brave. All right, one more. Oof. One more before we get into the read. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, we got the King and the Mother. Got the King, the Mother, and the Cave. Because I wanted one more. And the Ring, look, that's really fertile, like love energies in there. All right, we've got the King and the Mother sitting together. So, you may feel like you get the King, or you might feel like the other Mother, but we've got this Pearl and the Wisdom sitting in here, Sagittarius. So there's some sort of like masculine, feminine balance going on inside of here. We've also got the Cave and the Ring. So it's something maybe that you've been holding back on, or that there's been sort of, you haven't been necessarily running out and telling everybody about it. But there's some sort of connection in here because we've got the Ring, and that's some sort of commitment inside of here. All right, so maybe you've retracted a bit in a hermit, but there's some sort of relationship and Ring, and that's really interesting, Sagittarius. All right, good build up. All right, let's see. Be brave. I like it. Every Sagittarius I know is actually fairly brave. All right, let's start here. Sagittarius, 3 cards for you. How did you come into this partnership? Into this relationship space? How did you come into it? Where do we come in? All right. Let's see, where do we come in? We talk ideas. We talk ideas and little text messages. And they talk about healing and the strength of healing and, what you've been going through. And you talk about, this is a very Sagittarius energy, actually. And it's about being in, resting by the lagoon and taking your time to heal in life, and actually really taking your time to heal in life and really the deep issues. That's deep healing issues, but you really talk about it. And there's communication. And so it may not be that you see this person in person. It might be that you see them in your text and you talk, and there's communication there. All right, communication about healing. So you talk, Sagittarius. 1, 2, 3. One more. That's it. All right, and slow and steady wins the pace, wins the race. So this is like a slow path. This Knight of Pentacles, he is not worried to take his time to methodically get to where he wants to go. He knows it's going to be a path, it's going to be a journey, and he's willing to pace himself out to work those things out. So that's you, Sagittarius. Where did they come in? What's their energy in this? Okay, all right. So they might be wallowing. They may be like looking at past. They may be not be able to see the beauty at all. They're really looking at their life experience with love through their senses. What they've ended up feeling through their sensory person, and that's what this card is about. So it's like sometimes it's about ecstasy, sometimes it's about detachment. And it's really going through your emotions and looking at them and pondering a lot inside of this person. And they've been a bit of a hermit, so they've pulled back and they're healing on the inside as well, but theirs is a real pullback away from things. That's where their energy is sitting inside of here. Alright, so you might be talking that they've pulled back from the world a little bit. Maybe they're taking their time because they're looking for wish fulfillment. They've been wishing on stars. That's what they're after. Alright, they want something good. They've been waiting. They're not just jumping at anything. They're looking at really wishing on these stars and making something big, maybe something bigger than themselves. Alright, they want something bigger. They've looked at what the past has had for them. They've been a bit drained by that. They've pulled back to maybe recharge themselves and pull back into that cave that we were discussing. Because they're looking for wish fulfillment. They're wishing on stars. Alright, Sagittarius. That's what they are up to. What's the energy between you? Alright, you're talking, they're probably not talking so much. It's creative. It's creative, it's fun, it's fertile, it's got a physical element about it. It feels like it could make things. And so it's creating stuff. It's financially creative. Could talk about building stuff and putting stuff together. It has emotional, little messages of heart, and love inside of here. So these little messages and the expressions of heart inside of here, and dreams of the future and heart fulfillment. Here, little messages of love, or a water element child maybe, or alright, so we're creative about how we express our love maybe. And we've got the Queen of Stones, Sagittarius. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, or materials. Alright, very fertile, very sensual, very earthy. So we've got this really nice, strong, sensual, earthy combination that's really grounded inside of here. Alright, and we're talking about financial health and empowerment. This is the sort of woman that we've got, right? And so a nice, strong, motherly figure. We've got the mother and the cave inside of here. These things all sit inside of here. She's this sort of woman. Nice and strong, sturdy, independent. Alright, so this has got a nice, fertile, loving space, right? Alright, Sagittarius. So, where's it at now? Where does it sit with you now? If we came in this way, you came in 2, 3, oh, one more, 3, thank you. Okay, we have the Empress. And so the Empress is again this fertile, strong. She's all the queens put in together. She really knows what she wants. She's sensual. She's Virgo. She's giving. She's fertile. She's nourishing. She's the queen of all she surveys. That's where you're at, and you're pulling all of these things in together, like Sagittarius, and really making this strength of yourself. And that's where you stand inside of this. All right, maybe. All right. And again, we're communicating. This is the king of communication. This is really just communication. Talking through contracts, talking through, and really believing that communication. So we've got a strong earth mother and a strong air king put together there in their strength. Because there's been a death and a rebirth. There's something of the old. You're communicating, you're taking, and you've got a new fertile empress sitting in here, and you're taking this death. There's a new cosmos, there's a new space, there's an ending of something else. You've matured inside of here. There's matured in how you're having your conversations in here. It was a page before, now we're talking like a king, we're talking like contracts, and we're talking like an empress who's going to take on everything, right? So this is a new fertile space for you, Sagittarius, but we're letting go of some old. There's a death and a rebirth sitting inside of this for you. Alright, what's in it for them? Where are they right now? They pull back from their hermit. They've been wishing on a star. Where are they at? Sagittarius. Other people. Your other person. Alright. Oh, dealing with their devils. They're dealing with the devils because they're looking for fruition. Alright, they're going through and dealing with the devil. This is where you deal with the bones and skeletons in your closet. What your biggest your own fears are. You tested with your own worst fears of yourself, right? You go through your own pacing of what are the things that you thought that you've done wrong. But this is about how you set it up. This is about how you set your foundation. The devil can only test you with your worst and best traits, right? And so they're going through this moment of dealing with perhaps the dark night. They were dealing with this before, that was emotional before. All right? And they've got to work out how to rest their mind and let things go. They're letting stuff go because they really have faith that things are going to come to fruition. Alright, so they were wishing on a star before. Now they're resting their mind with all this meditation, and they're dealing with maybe getting their finances, getting their life in order, dealing with those sort of things with the devil. Contracts, again, with the devil. Alright, but this is really looking for good outcomes. They really have faith and belief in positive outcomes inside of this, right? They're wishing on that star and they have faith that they're looking forward to those. Alright, so they went from dealing with their darkest emotions to dealing with their darkest parts of themselves. Right, and now they're resting their mind a bit. Like they went through that hermit phase where they've rolled over it all and they're resting their mind because they're looking for better outcomes. Right, they're looking forward. Alright, what's the middle space inside? What's the love energy between the two of you at the moment? In the now. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Ooh. We'll put that one to the side because you are 1. Oh, all right. So we've got a coming of minds. We've got a coming to space of minds, of really like being connected in your spirit and really connected in your physical being, really connected on your on your mental plane and your emotional being. All right, and we've got the Queen of Emotions in there. This is a really loving queen. Like this is a loving, passionate queen who can express her emotions and can express her love to people and looks after the family. And so we've got that with this, and this is like a marriage card. This is a celebration card. It's when we get together and we celebrate, when all parts of us come together. This is also a celebration card. This is a marriage card. So you guys are really on the same place and you're in the same page, and we've got a loving energy inside of here, and this is a really loving marriagey like space. There are 3 cards together. You guys have got a really loving space between you, and you've got a communication going on between you. Even though we're dealing with it, we're dealing with the deepest, darkest parts of it. You're dealing with the death, they're dealing with the devil, like in the deepest, darkest parts of ourselves. And we've got this marriage, loving energy, like, and looking for a better stairway, looking for better pathways together. Wow, Sagittarius, that's amazing. Alright, where's the energy flowing? Where's it going to go forward into? What do we got to look forward to Sagittarius in our relationship space? What do we got? 3 cards for Sagittarius. Well, what do we got? 1. Alright, 1 more. 1 more for Sagittarius. Where's it flow? Where's the flowing? In this, where's the flow? Oh, there's a Hierophant. You're also ready. This is the same card. This is the same card. This is Hierophant. This is a stairway to heaven. This is ready to sign contracts. This is ready to commit yourself. This is ready to spiritually, physically, mentally, like emotionally connect to and commit to everything. These cards, this card, all the same thing. All right, you're in that real fertile space. You've communicated it. You're moving through. All right. Okay. So inside of this, you might be like feeling like this is really funny, because this is not necessarily talking about, that we've had to pace ourselves, and this is really pulling in on the budget, this card. This is really talking about endurance. This is a space of endurance, right? You have the key to let yourself through the door there, right? So it's about actually opening up the door. So you may feel like you've been left outside alone before, and so this may be something that is holding you back a little bit from walking this stairs, but it's really about you finding the key to open the door to get through on a physical level and really move forward. And so there might be a bit of budgeting involved in working out how to do all of this and how to make this commitment together. But there's a real spot in here of working out the path for the key to find the door. Oh, and the 3rd card for you, Sagittarius, because we're making a new foundation. You want to lay a new foundation. You want to build a house. You want to buy a house. You want to buy a block. You want a new job. And so maybe there is a new job at the moment. There's a little bit, and so maybe you've got to move, maybe in this transition. But this is a bit of a spot where there's a new abundance coming, perhaps, where you've been a bit worried about how that works. It's about opening the door and letting abundance in. All right, maybe you're worried about how you get married. like, and how you have that prosperity, and you've got it. It's coming through. There'll be a new job. There's a new offer. How you connect this new life together. All right. Maybe that's what you're worried about, but you've had a rebirth, so there's going to be a new coming through. Unlock that door, Sagittarius. You felt like you were abandoned before, but you will endure. So what have they got? They got faith. They got this Queen of Wands. All right, they were gone through all this path. They've gone through this learning curve. They pulled back from everything. They got the star. They were looking for their star. They're willing to make a commitment, and they've got it. They're willing to make a passionate commitment, and sexy, passionate commitment to their spirit and what they believe in inside of this. This is a strong, like, passionate commitment, like feminine, like fire. All right, 2 more cards for you, Sagittarius, for them, for what they've got going on. Where is this leading to? Because they've made a real path. They went and they believed in. They were following the path that they believed in. And we saw that. And this is it. They're rolling the dice. This is good luck. Wheel of Fortune, moving things forward. They're willing to roll the dice forward. They got faith in everything. They got passionate faith that they're taking their chances. They got intuition on this. They're rolling the dice to move it all forward. All right. One more for them. Again, fulfillment. Oh no, this is 2. They're making spiritual decisions. They're making the decisions based on faith. They really believe in this. They've gone through their darkest nights. They've gone through all of their thinking. They've gone through working out what they believe in. They've wished on stars, and that they really are looking forward. We were looking up, and now we're looking forward. And they're looking forward through this transition. And they really are, like, they believe in it all. You'll see their passionate faith inside of all of this. All right, so what's the energy between you guys now? You're a little bit worried about finances. You're looking at the perspective of how you got here. This is a moment where you take a moment to breathe and have a look at the journey that both of you had to go, the slow and steady journey that you've got, the death and rebirth that you've had to go through, the devil that you've dealt with, all right, the commitment that you've made to this scenario, how much it's been go, how creative that you've had to be to get to this spot, and actually how it all clicks in together. And you look back and you hang back and you look at how that all worked. And we look at things from a different perspective. All right, 2 more. All right. And we'll look at how we're going to go forward. This is really taking on the physical challenge of the world. Right? You've had the Ace of Pentacles over here. And so we're making a new beginning together, but we're going to actually, like, physically take on the challenge. And this is, we looked at the perspective of how we got here. Now we're going to really take on the challenge of moving forward. Forward energy on there on a physical level. All right, 1 more. Look at this. And there's attraction. There's an attraction and a love energy in here. It's an emotional connection. It's a connection between 2 souls in here, Sagittarius. This is a really great space. This is a really great love energy in here that you guys have got. There's a love and a commitment, and really everybody's worked through their challenges and are looking back without being too, like, emotionally devastated at all by it, like, right, using it to build on, to actually move forward. Like, this is a moving space forward. It's a loving space forward. Like, 2 and 2, we've literally got 2 partnerships sitting there. What a wonderful space. Like, be brave. You're going to actually find a foundation, come out inside, make a commitment inside of here. You're making strong commitments now that are really enduring, and it's worth taking on. Like, you're really willing to, climb the ladders for each other, and this is a beautiful space. I hope that resonates with you. Please let me know, Sagittarius. Please hit like and subscribe. I thank you very much for still being here, and I really love that. I hope that you are safe and well, and I will catch you on the flip side.